The way he talks to me is that like I'm fighting to become a top level pro.
Alright, so let's go ahead and see pro level routine. And then we'll have Kelly do her routine too. And then we're going to pose for an hour, and then after we're done, I'm going to pose them for like another hour. So it's going to be like literally being up.
So we've literally just finished the posing seminar and oh my god, it was just amazing. Like my bucket list has always been to teach in America, especially a posing seminar, and it was just amazing to be like hands-on with Adam and like the other pros, and like it was just really, really cool. So like thank you so much. I did a little live as well, my story. Now I'm gonna go and see someone to help me fix my body. Not fix my body, but kind of like see where my weaknesses are, see where my strengths are, and see how I can perform better in the next 6 weeks. Like in terms of like example, how I can connect better with my glutes, how I can connect better with my hamstrings, all that type of thing. So I'm excited.
Do kind of like a treatment. I'm gonna find the things that are stuck, not moving very well, or tight, not moving very well, and then I'll loosen you up a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of do like a before and after to take a look. And then what we can do is, for example, for your hams, you can take a look to see why maybe you're not getting a good connection. And we'll do some kind of testing, and then maybe we'll do some exercises either like just on the mat or the floor, or we might go down into the gym and play on a couple of machines.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
cool. Thank you.
So I'm going to be working with Phoebe, and I'm going to be taking a look to see what's going on in terms of postural imbalances, and like if the shoulder is higher than another, or if our shoulders are a little too far forward or backwards, see what's going on with our hips and our pelvis. And then I'm going to do some tests to see what muscles might be activating a little too much, or a little too little, and then we'll kind of calm them down and do exercises to help support. So if you think about something in 3 dimensions, things move from side to side, front to back, and then they rotate. And those are the 3 planes of motion. And any one of those 3 that's not centered or able to reach center is going to create some kind of an imbalance. And for posing and for training, we got to get everybody back to the middle. So that's what I'm going to do.
I actually feel like my waist is comfortable.
Yeah. Remember that hand in the front of the plane? That's like the main thing. Because these guys can't see, right?
Oh yeah.
Here you go. I know you can twist your shoulders more, but we're trying not to do so much because remember your ratios are so big, so I think that's a smart place for you to be where you're at.
Okay, so not twisted too much to the front, you just kind of want a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little more than that. Like right there. There's not, yeah, that's perfect. That gives you the base that you need, they can see it. That's pretty good right there. How hard are you pushing here? Like,
not like massively.
Okay, that's, because it's probably about right.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's see like, push hard as you can. Let's just see what it does. And let's just, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, it just gets
bigger.
Yeah.
I think probably as well, like with my feedback, sometimes my glutes would be too overpowering.
How'd that feel?
Good. I need to make changes to my posing. I just need more attention like this to like the smaller, finer details to bring what I want to bring to stage, pretty much. So I'm excited.
For the basics, this is great. But let's say Kelly wants to work her ham glute tine right here.
Yeah.
I don't have a sensor there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get it. Now I have sensors where I can just stick them to you.
Stick them to wherever
and I'm
you
gonna
need
put them
to.
like, oh, we need more of this part of your butt.
Yeah.
Stick it right there. Find the exercise that works for it. We need
Yeah.
more of this part of your whatever. Stick it right there. Find the exercise that works for it. So it's pretty cool to do.
They just look like normal leggings, to be fair. They just feel really weird.
It's
But-
not super comfortable.
No, but they're not like massively uncomfortable.
Okay, so now we're going to go into EMG muscle sensor training. So basically EMG is called electromyography, and it essentially shows us her contraction rate when she's exercising. So I get these awesome pro level people and they're like, hey Adam, take me to the next level. And they come here because we're science-based, technology-based, because I like letting that do the work for me and taking my guesswork out of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through, we call it exercise deselection. So we have all the exercises we think work for her. What we're going to do is we're going to eliminate the exercises that don't work for her because we're actually going to see how she's performing through those exercises. So just because she's doing a lying hamstring curl and it looks like she's using hamstrings a lot, doesn't mean she's not using her quads a lot.
When I do RDLs, I feel like because of my back.
Okay. Let's see if that's even an exercise you should do.
Yeah.
So let's do this. So the goal here is to have this whole backside firing red in this like light red to dark red. Ideally dark red in the hamstrings and maybe light red in the glutes, with the quads staying in this blue to maybe yellow position. And we're gonna find out if this exercise is gonna work for her or not right now. All right, let's go for it. And we're gonna change positions around to make sure. But what we found out with the last exercise is that her quads are pretty dominant and she's using them where she shouldn't. This is the right quad on this one's a little bit
The right one?
is a little bit firing off. The left one was doing pretty good. You see we're getting some good firing here. But see how blue they are? The blue the hamstring is? And then finally yellow. So this is supposed to be a hamstring exercise, but she's actually getting more quad than she is hamstring. So this is going to be a deselection exercise.
Yeah,
right?
I'd probably take it out.
It's doing quad work.
Yeah.
We don't need quads.
Yeah.
That's why I do it, yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. So
That is crazy because you can. The thing is, like you said, there's a stretch and there's a contraction, and like it's hard for people to tell the difference.
yeah.
Because you think stretch, oh yeah, I'm hitting my hamstrings, but actually, you're not.
Yeah,
That's
it
crazy.
depends on the person, right? So
Yeah. Wow.
That mind-muscle connection is different for everyone. Like
Yeah.
it's the exercises that you end up selecting with this stuff is like it's so fine-tuned, you know.
Yeah.
It's like we're only gonna do things that work. That's it. Because
Yeah.
why waste time?
Yeah, there's no
I'd
point
rather
wasting
do
time.
like instead of doing 4 sets of this, 4 sets of this, 4 sets of this. If one exercise works, I'd rather do 12 sets of that.
Yeah.
This is why. You know?
May as well,
Yeah,
exactly.
super efficient. Yeah. So let's try this one now. Yeah, that's awesome. So if you can see this one, this is a definite exercise we're going to be using.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you see on her right quad, or right hamstring and glute, it's like bright red. But you see how at the bottom here, she's going like kind of blue and yellow? We're going to eliminate that range of motion. So when you go blue and yellow, so when you start going yellow, come up. That's it. We just need to stay contracted. We don't need, this is time under tension. This is not, optimum range of motion doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get the most out of the exercise.
Yeah.
You're going to get the most out of the exercise by contracting at its peak.
Yeah.
So, but if you look at the quads here, there's like nothing going on in the quad. It's awesome. Good, so that's good. That's a good exercise for you.
Feel that.
Yeah. All right, so the goal here is to get her hamstrings red the whole time. A little bit in the glutes being like yellow, probably not red, and then keeping the quads like blue. So you see at the top, for some reason at the top range, she's getting quad movement, which I don't know why. So we're gonna try to eliminate that by manipulating the exercise a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shorten her range of motion a little bit. So come all the way up, but don't go like stop like right there. And just use your hamstrings and just squeeze the heck out of them. And kind of thrust your hips forward into the pad. There you go, good, and go down. So we're trying to make these as yellow, like light blue or as minimal yellow as possible. You see how yellow they got there? But we want to keep these red the whole time too, so we can't trade. So this is red, that's good, that's yellow, that's good. This blueness
and yellow. See at the top range, she just squeezes her quads a little bit. So when you're squeezing, you're flexing your leg, only try to flex your hamstring. Try to do your best at not flexing your quad.
So is it at the top?
Only at the top range. The last 20% of the range of motion.
That and it's quads.
Quads, fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Hamstrings are fire. This is a great exercise for her. But even if it stays yellow, that's okay. It's only like 30% contraction, so it's not like terrible. But I would like to get it to nothing if we could. Turn your feet out just a little bit.
A bit.
Yeah, just a little less than that. A little less than that. Yeah. Okay. Actually, try this. Put your feet straight ahead. Okay. Let's try that. Straight ahead feet. Nope. All right. Try to point your toes a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna. You'll feel a lot right away.
Yeah, I was doing it.
That's probably as good as we're gonna get. Relax your toes again. So as you get better, you're better without your toes pointed.
Without my toes.
Yeah. So I think that's the way to do it.
Put more weight on it. See if it.
Yeah. Let's try more weight. Let's see what happens.
What do I usually do?
And then you're going to pull down with the elbows. And same thing, you want that wrap
Same thing.
down to your
Same?
Yeah.
So you want to try to pull.
Yeah. Same thing. Squeeze your glutes too when you do this. Wait, squeeze your glutes. There you go.
So, what was the best?
Your feet not pointed. Just honestly, look, how you started it was the best.
Okay.
That's why you finish it too.
Yeah.
So there's really no change needed on this exercise. The only thing for you is just like, I don't know why you're contracting your quads so much at different exercises. It's just like a mind muscle thing. You just need to get that a little bit better where you're not firing your quads and exercises that your quads shouldn't be firing. Because I guarantee you with a leg press, it's going to be it's just going to
Yeah.
So we'll see how the curtsy goes and we'll go from
Yeah.
there. So keep your foot there. Don't move your foot. Good. And just go right up and down. So
Hamstrings. I know quads. A lot of quads.
I think we're at the whole time. So try to like focus on that part of the glute on your left glute, where this stays red the whole time. So squeeze it and only go to the range of motion where that's, because that's the only goal of this exercise. So try to get that to be red.
It's just so red on the quads though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like super red on the quads. Dang.
No,
Yeah,
just
right.
Literally, and it just bend. It's just all quad.
You're going to redo some exercises here.
Oh, that's so nice.
Just the cost is too high.
Yeah. Jeez. There's not even actually that much on the glute anyway. No, just literally all quad.
Yep. You're super quad dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have like no.
And that's why, yeah. So that's why I have bigger quads.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you're doing HIIT cardio, you're already doing quads, we don't really need it anymore, you know? So we're gonna have to do like really, really focused glute and hamstring exercises. Like, and even that, your hamstrings are getting so much
Yeah.
that we don't need much more of those. So it's like, you're probably just gonna do like, honestly, your leg days are gonna switch a lot.
Yeah. But I'm up for that. I don't.
We're trying to sculpt a bikini crowd.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like back extension, single leg, glute bridges, like another hip thrust, like a leg extension hip thrust type thing. Your lying ham curls are probably gonna be like every other week type of thing, like you know, because you don't want to lose them.
Yeah.
And then your hip training will do the rest of your quad and leg work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. You maxed out a class, you know.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the show and let the judges tell us what to do from there.
Yeah. That's what you can really do as well. So okay, I'm up for that. Like no hamstring whatsoever. Quad.
What's up with your hamstrings?
My hamstrings just don't want to engage.
It's just a lying ham curl.
Every single leg.
Glutes are great on that one.
It's just everywhere. Just when I do so it's actually when I do two things together, my hamstrings don't come in. But when I do it by itself, that seems to come in the most. I'm like, what the hell?
We're doing some sensor workouts with Phoebe, and she's finding out that we are not getting the hamstring contraction that we thought we were getting out of doing RDL type movements. We've switched up a few different ones now, and we're trying to really dial this in, but as you can see, the hamstrings in this one are supposed to be firing off like red, and she's actually moving right now, you can see, and her hamstrings are not even giving us yellow, so it's like it was blue, yellow, orange, red, and dark red. And I'm not getting anything out of it. This is a quad dominant exercise, very high level athlete, and still not getting what we think. We were trying all these different positions, single leg, double leg, all these things, and that quad just fires off like crazy. So not an exercise we're going to keep doing. So this is why we're doing this today.
That's mad. What the hell? Mostly?
It's all quad.
Just quads.
Yeah. Glutes aren't even, like, they're barely yellow. Every now and then they're yellow. More glutes there. No hamstring.
My bloody hamstrings. Yeah, so quad. Oh, well. We tried. So no leg press for me anymore.
Yep.
That's the thing.
You're a bikini building now.
Yeah. No more quad movements. We're just going to have to focus on glutes and hamstrings and try and get these hamstrings engaging more. I'm just shocked at how much my hamstrings don't engage in hamstring exercises.
So what was your take from today with these things?
Just to focus, to actually focus on my mind to muscle connection a lot more. Like, I don't think I realised how much I kind of don't have it in my hamstrings, especially. Very quad dominant. Glutes are good, but hamstrings mainly I can't connect with them very well. So I think that's what we're gonna have to focus on and try and get some more exercises so I can feel them a lot more. I think single leg stuff for hamstrings is gonna be where it's at for me. But yes. Look at where we are right now. Oh, you can't even see it, but it is my last day in Denver today, and we've come to Red Rocks to do our cardio. So Red Rocks is like an area where, like a quite famous area where everyone goes to do like HIIT. They run up the the stairs and stuff. And okay, this is literally it. So they literally run up and down these stairs. And as you know, I do a lot of stair sprints, so this is perfect for me, but also it's cold here, and yeah, we're just gonna see what happens, but I'm excited. I've got 25 minutes. I'm here with Kelly as well. She's like a week out, and she looks so good, like insane. And then Jade is somewhere. I don't know where she is. There she is. And yeah, we're gonna literally run up these stairs for 25 minutes, and then we'll be done for cardio for today.
I can't find my way back to you until you make amends with the demons you've been through. And I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home.
Look at this view, man. Running up and down these things for 25 minutes is hard work, but it gives me like such a satisfying feeling, like coming back down and seeing this. It just makes me think, like, sounds so cheesy, but it's like the end is always beautiful, if that makes sense. Like you always think it's really, really hard at the beginning, and then you turn around and it was easier than it was. And like looking at this view makes it easier. So yeah, it's really worth it. Like I said earlier, it just feels amazing to be here, and like I'm very, very grateful to be here. Like I lost my words because I'm out of breath, but it was so good. It's like best last day. So I didn't actually film like an outro or anything for my part 2 of my Denver vlog, so I'm going to do a quick sit down and give you a brief of what I've pretty much learned this trip, because this trip has been so eye-opening, like unbelievably eye-opening, and I wanted to kind of sit down and just explain to you guys like what was going on this trip. And for me, I wanted to go to Denver because obviously Adam is overseas, he's from America, and I trust him. He is a great coach, he's got some amazing athletes, but that doesn't mean that he will suit me as a client. So I wanted to go over and see him in person to see what he was like, see what his facilities are like, and to see if he actually fit the criteria for me as a coach, because picking your coach is very difficult. You've got to pick someone that suits you, that understands you and your body, and all of that type of thing. Like you can't just go with whatever coach everyone goes with, or go with a coach that is the most popular. You've got to make sure that they fit within your criteria of a coach, and Adam definitely fits that criteria. And for me, like on a personal level as well, I got to know him, and like got to find out a bit about him and stuff. So for me, that's really important, kind of knowing who your coach is and stuff. So yeah, I'm really, really glad that I went to this Denver trip, even though it was a short stay. I will be going back soon, and I am pretty much booking dates to go and see him soon, hopefully in May time. So, but this trip, yeah, was super eye-opening. Like, I didn't realise how much went into becoming a pro, and being a top level pro, and that's why it was so scary. Like for me, the way he talks to me is that like I'm fighting to become a top level pro in the world, and that was so overwhelming. Like, wow, this is actually happening type thing, because like for so long I would say it. I've been competing for 3 years now, 4th year coming up, and I'd say I want to become a top level pro in the world, and like this is happening. Like we're putting plans into place for that to actually happen. It got overwhelming at times to think like this is actually what I want, and it's happening. I learned a lot about myself, my body, how I train. In this video obviously you'll see that like the muscle center training was massively eye-opening in terms of like what exercises I do. We're changing a lot in terms of the way I train, what exercises I do, because for me, Adam was like, I'd rather you do 10 sets on one exercise that I know your muscles are actually firing and activating on, than instead of just doing exercises just because they're supposed to be hamstring exercises. Do you know what I mean? For me, the most eye-opening one was RDLs. Like RDLs, my hamstrings weren't even firing unless I was doing them single leg, which I was just, my quads, that was the main thing that was firing up. I'm so quad dominant, which is the main thing I've realised this trip. I'm really quad dominant, and we actually want to get my quads down. So for me, the fact that I'm quad dominant in a lot of exercises that are supposed to be hamstring and glute activated is, yeah, we're gonna have to change a lot of things around. We found like what works for me and what exercises I activate on best. So we're literally gonna go off of that and just do all of those exercises, and there's no point doing any exercises that he doesn't want me, like any part of my body growing in. So if I'm not gonna do leg press because I don't want my quads to grow, that's the type of way I've got to look at it now. Like my training has totally changed, and for me, a lot of people have said like, do you not find that a bit sad that you can't train upper body that much, you can't train back anymore, you can't like go heavy on like any exercises anymore? The way I look at it is, I want to go to the Olympia. I want to be top 10, top 5, like Miss Olympia one day. I'm willing to make the changes I needed to make that happen, and that's the way I look at it from a pro level. That's the way you've got to look at it. In terms of change, it's not a massive change, it's just the way I train. It's not me going and taking a load of supplements to do something, to make something happen. It's me changing my training, which is an easy change. So for me, I'd happily do that to make my dreams come true. Do you know what I mean? So that's the way I'm looking at it, and that's the way that's what I've come out of this trip looking at the way I train, what I want to do with my goals and stuff like that. So it's really excited me. Like, it's brought like a new level of fire in my stomach, and it's like really exciting. And I feel so motivated coming like back to the UK and like putting everything that I've learned like into place and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. And I checked in today. Whilst I was away, which was quite shocking, I dropped 1.5 kilos. So my weight has been stalling. Obviously, I think it's my body getting used to the ketogenic style of dieting. So obviously I have no carbohydrates at the moment, so I just have a large amount of fats and protein. So I think it was my body kind of getting used to that, and it kind of got used to it over the weekend, because I haven't dropped weight consistently for the past 2 weeks, whereas now, this week, I've literally dropped, I think, no, 2 kilos, because I dropped again this morning. So yeah, so body's responding really well to what we're doing at the moment. We made a lot of changes in terms of posing, in terms of diet, in terms of training. We've realised that actually my pose that I usually do, which is on my left side that I usually do, I now do it on my right side because my glutes look better. That's the kind of small attention to detail that we're putting into this prep. Like, my glutes look better on my right side, so I'm now going to change my entire pose. Like, I don't feel comfortable turning to the right, but I've got to practice it the next 5 weeks and make it comfortable. Do you know what I mean? Like, those are the tiny things that we've changed, and all of those tiny changes add up to one massive change. So I'm very, very excited for this show. I'm buzzing. Yeah, so I dropped weight this morning. Everything's going good. I'll obviously update you when I have my changes to diet and training anyway. But apart from that, yeah, that's my conclusion for the Denver trip, and it's been an amazing trip, and I'm glad you guys really liked Denver trip part 1, and I hope you like this video as well. Oh, and also, you know, I said that I was an ambassador for Glutewear. I now have a discount code. So my discount code is just Phoebe, and if you type that into the website, you will get 10% off. So just because I said it last time and people were like, do you have a discount code? And I was like, not yet. So, but yeah, make sure you subscribe and you like this video if you liked it and you enjoyed it. I'm going to carry on sharing my journey throughout my whole year of 2019 and more, because I love sharing my journey with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.